Upgrades.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review. Today, I would have never thought I would say this. I am bringing you a spoof of Tyler Pherry films that someone actually made. This film is called Not Another Church Movie, and it's directed by Johnny Mack. It stars Kevin Daniels, Vivica A. Fox, Kylie Pratt, Tisha Campbell, Jamie Foxx as God, and Mickey Rourke as the devil. Here's a quick synopsis. Taylor Pherry, yeah, I said that right, is given a mission from God to tell his family stories and inspire his community. What he doesn't know is that the devil has plans of his own. As simple as that synopsis sounds, is as simple as this movie is. There's not a positive thing I can say about this movie. At all. One, Tyler Perry movies, until their own, aren't necessarily strong films. So to attempt to spoof Tyler Perry films, you would have to be so bad that it has to be good. In turn, here we get from Kevin Daniels, who I think is an extremely talented actor. I loved him in Sirens, which is the show used to come on USA Network. I loved him on the bit parts he's done on Modern Family. He's an extremely talented actor. And they thrust him into playing not only a knockoff of Tyler Perry, but also a knockoff of Madea in this film, along with completely knocking off the plot of Diary of a Mad Black Woman and Medea's Family Reunion and a multitude of other Tyler Perry material in this film, which with a bunch of actors who, on their own merit, are really good actors, who just decided for some odd reason to take on possibly one of the worst movies made in history. I don't know why. I think someone thought making a parody of Tyler Perry's films could be good, could be entertaining, which it could be. But unfortunately, because the quality of Tyler Perry films is so low, to make a parody of it, you would have to be so high. The bar is set so high to make a parody of bad product already. Like, you have to be almost excellent in your execution of it. And here, instead, what we get is a great value version of what Tyler Perry could do with A-list actors in roles that make absolutely no sense that they took. The plot of the film is just simple as Mr. Pherry, or Taylor Pherry, one day is taking a shower and get a message from God that you need to tell these stories. God being played by Jamie Foxx. None of that makes any sense. It literally goes by and you're wondering what the heck is going on, because he's already rich at this point for some odd reason. But he does everything. He's a midwife. He's a dentist. He delivers for Uber. Like, they have it where he does everything. And then he gets his message from God to make movies about his family. It just feels so weak, the setup of it. And they almost give up on making any form of an execution of this film possible. And in turn, you leave the actors hanging out to dry as Kevin Daniels does his darndest to make this work. Granted, it's some moments when he's dressed up as a Madea knockoff that are entertaining. Like, it's so entertaining. You would hope that possibly Tyler saw that part of it and thought, hey, maybe Madea needs a sister or something that I could put in, or maybe another aunt that I could put in a plot. He's that good when he plays the Madea knockoff at times. Just his vocal inflections and the setup, the comedic timing in those moments are really interesting and entertaining. Unfortunately, there's so few and far between when you're stuck in some of the worst writing I've ever seen on screen. It makes literally no sense. They play for moments of laughter that you don't laugh when you see, you just feel bad that this was even made. Like, I've not seen too many films where I felt bad as I was watching it that the actors participated in the movie. Not possibly since The Pullman, which I saw last year, where I felt the same way. Like, I can't believe these people made this film. But even worse, because not every actor in this film is like A-list or big name. Granted, I just listed off a bunch of them. It's a bunch of big names in this film. But for the other actors who have key roles in this film that aren't big actors, the writing and the execution is so bad and so poor. It makes you feel bad for them that they even had to sign up for a film like Not Another Church Movie. So again, like, I don't know what else to say. I literally sat through this movie and I wondered as I was watching it, how did this get made? And it was, someone wanted to make a knockoff. Someone wanted to make a knockoff of a Tyler Perry movie, and they thought it would be entertaining if they did it and executed it well. But it almost feels like 5 minutes into the production, they decided executing it well was just going to be off the table, and we just need to finish this film. And that's the way this film feels a lot of times. It's so many cutscenes in this film that it's hard to keep up with a stolen plot from multiple Tyler Perry movies when Tyler Perry plots aren't good in Tyler Perry movies. And it cuts from one scene to the next scene to the next scene, and it's stealing from multiple Tyler Perry productions as it does that. And in turn, it can leave you just completely lost and wondering, what the heck are you watching? And then out the blue, Mickey Rourke shows up as the devil, and you're just even more confused on, why is the devil in this movie? Like, what was the point of that whole element? I mean, you're already wondering it at the beginning of the movie, when you're about 10 minutes in, and Jamie Foxx shows up as God, and you're wondering then, like, wow, this is a big name, a huge name to be attached to such a horrible role. How did they pull this off? And some of the jokes that are told tell you that this film is current. Like, this is not something that maybe Jamie made 10 years ago and they just chopped up footage and used it. No, this was made recent by the jokes they were telling in this film. And you're just stuck wondering what the heck is going on here. But if the only positive I think I could say is Kevin Daniels, when he plays the knockout version of Madea, is entertaining. He nails that role to a T. And he tries his darndest to make this movie watchable. But I don't think if I put Denzel Washington in this film could have been watchable. This movie is one of the worst pieces of cinema I've seen ever put on screen. But Not Another Church Movie, it is currently still showing in some theaters limited, and it is currently available on all VOD platforms. Out of possible 10, I'm going to give Not Another Church Movie 2 out of 10. And the 2 goes to Kevin Daniels. He plays the knockoff of Madea. It is just enough laughs in it that it works. Granted, it's so many other stuff of them stealing from multiple Tyler Perry movies that just make it almost close to unwatchable at times. But when he dons the wig, dons the costume as a knockoff Madea, I think the movie is entertaining in those scenes. Not all of them, but a majority of the scenes where he does that, it is entertaining, and it's enough that you may be able to finish this movie. It was a rough finish for me. At multiple times, I just wanted to cut it off and say, I can do a review and not watch the rest of this movie. But if you stick it out, in the end, you're just going to see more and more Tyler Perry stuff get knocked off, and then you're going to get to a third act that makes absolutely no sense. And I'm comparing it making no sense to a Tyler Perry movie, not a regular movie. So if you could think of the worst Tyler Perry movie you've seen, and I know everyone has one, if you think of that movie, and if you compare that movie to Not Another Church Movie, that movie that Tyler Perry made that you think is horrible would be The Godfather. Like, that's how the quality over Not Another Church Movie his worst film is. Okay, check it out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this movie's going to have an audience that I can't foresee it ever getting. But check it out. Let us know what you think. This has been another JVS movie review. Peace, people.